next question, I think we touch on this, quite often, but it's an important one that bears repeating. And it is, can you talk a little bit about self-care for caregivers and why is this important?
So self-care for caregivers is the thing that get in your mind right from the start is that this is happening to you too. Just because you don't have the illness doesn't mean you're not affected by it. So elevating your voice, your feelings, your thoughts into the mix. It's not an inherently subservient role per se. It is a role of service, of course, but that doesn't mean you have no opinions or feelings or thoughts of your own. Those need breath too. Think of illness as happening to it happens to a team, it happens to a family. Each person having their own experience along with this big shared experience. So you just have to get your head around it. It's not, there's a phrase in this world of caregiving called pathological altruism, which we've talked about before, which basically this idea that sometimes a lot of us absorb this notion that to be a good caregiver, I should have no needs of my own. That would be selfish. I need to be there wholly for the person. I just need to completely empty myself on behalf of this person. And that's a sort of poetic and romantic notion, but it doesn't work for very long because you're a human being. So even if you're there to be altruistic, even if you're there to just show your love for this person, even if you want the patient to be in the center of the mix at all times, you still need to care for yourself, because if you're empty, if you're toast, you're not going to be able to be very good to that person you're so devoted to. So even the most selfless among us need to tend to ourselves as part of this mix. It's not just what we do with people, but the quality of our presence, the way we can sit with somebody. So our bodies, our lives as caregivers are part of what we're bringing to the mix. So we need to tend to them. So that's the sort of justification of of self-care if we need it. Um, and then the last thing to say about self-care, it's not just time out for yourself. It may include that, but it's also looking to get what you need from the relationship itself, the caregiver-patient dynamic. You need to receive from that too. So sometimes that means asking your person for something, for time off, respite, for love, for affection, for more communication. Very often I'm coaching people how to ask for caregivers, how to ask what they need from the patient. So there you go.